filming for you with the pony and with Kamani today, and it is going to be my favorite winter exercise. Now, before we get into that video, I just want to put a quick disclaimer. If you don't take precautionary steps and know your animal, know their limits, know when they're struggling and when they're thriving, and you go out and do this exercise and your horse becomes hurt, that is not on me, that is on you for not knowing your horse and not taking precautions, and work it up slowly. Now, this exercise is also great if you do take it slowly and take steps to make sure you're not pushing your horse too hard. So this exercise can be really good for building up their leg muscles, building up their butt muscles. It can also teach them to pay attention and lift up their feet if you have a slow, lazy horse, because they're treading through snow. So they really do have to pick up his legs and really move, otherwise they're going to be kind of dragging and pushing through the snow and making the job harder on themselves. Would you stop? I don't have a treat. In this video, I'll be showing you Kamani, who's done it once or twice, and the pony, who I've never done it with. So I'll be showing you kind of a horse that has done it a few times and a horse that's never done it. Just don't rush this, take your time, and let's go get to work. Okay, please always start your horse walking and backing through the snow. If they cannot walk through the snow normally or back through the snow normally or somewhat normally for the backing, because that is a little bit harder for them, then don't move on to the next step until they can do that comfortably for at least a few days in a row. I do this about 3 times a week that I've started with her, and it builds up a lot of their muscles. I don't really want to do too much more than that because I don't want to make her stiff and sore. So here she thought I was asking her to lay down when I was asking her to back. So you'll see as she's backing up here, I'm taking away the pressure and she just goes down. You can see me kind of tapping on her neck, and she goes down anyway. So I can just continue that pressure with that flag until she gets up. And then I continue to ask what I was asking for, which is a backup. She's actually got a really nice backup. This is about knee deep on her. But I do want to say, never just go out there and trot them in this, because it's just too hard for them. It's just like if you go out through the deep snow and go for a walk, you're not going to go running right away. It's just too much, and your legs are going to hurt so bad the next day. So each direction, she walks about 2 to 3 laps and kind of creates a path. And as you can see, changing directions is still a little difficult because it's deep snow. So I just send them around when they're comfortable with walking and they show me that they've got it, and there's been a few laps each way of warm-up, then we'll move on to a trot. We're not doing much canter right now, but she does have a moment or two where she wants to canter, so I just allow her to take a stride or two if she wants to. I do lots of stop breaks. I do not work the horse to a sweat, as one, it's winter, and I don't want to stand out there with a towel and dryer. If I absolutely had to, I absolutely would, but that is not my goal. My goal is not to get them sweaty or overwork them. My goal is to get their muscles working so that by the time summer comes, my horse is fit and we can go up all over the mountains and go have fun. I don't have to work on getting her fit half of the summer. This is also a really good exercise for them to slow down and start paying attention, because they really have to look where their feet are going. So you can see I'm moving here. I'm asking her to back up, and I'll also move a lot. I'll switch to circles, meaning I'll move like 10-15 feet out or in, so the half the path is what she's already plowed through and half the path is deep snow. So she's paying attention where her feet are. We're doing sending here, working on her turns, getting her to really sit on her butt and pick up her feet. And then we'll go back and back up again. She's got a really nice backup, actually, in the snow. And I always end with, like I said, walking or backing, and you can see the change in her. She's slow, she's thinking, her head's going down. I love this. And you can see here, she's not huffing and puffing. So as I've said, the pony hasn't done this. As you can see, I'm sending him off. He's kind of being speedy. And he fell right there because he was going really quickly, so I just kind of bumped him and got his attention back on me and then asked him to go off again. If you have a horse that's really pushy, like him, kind of drags through you, likes to kick, rear bite, run, not listen, this is a really good time to get out and work them in the deep snow, because as you can see, the pony normally would be turning to kick me right now, and I'm moving his butt over and pulling him off his balance. It looks a little rough, but I'm just asking him to back now. So once he took a step back, I stopped. If you have a really pushy horse, this is a great exercise. As right here, you can see he's taking off and running. I can easily change his direction, and it's really hard for him to kind of get around. And that makes it to where you can make the corrections clearer, in my opinion, because you're able to get after them quicker, and then they have to stop and think about what the next move is because of the snow being so deep. So every time he speeds up, I'm not looking for a trot. This is the very first time I've done this with him. I'm not wanting a trot. Every time he speeds up, I'm going to change his direction. He's not ready to be running through this yet. He's walked a path or two each way, and that was it, and then he started speeding up. You can see he's really marching through right here. He's kind of ignoring me. I'm really having to kind of whack that shoulder and get him out, get him to pay attention. I'm having to be rough with him. But there he gave and was quiet, so I let him stand there for about 2 minutes, I believe. When they're quiet, you want to give them a break and let them figure out that, hey, when I'm quiet and listening and paying attention and doing what I'm asked, then I get a break. Otherwise, I'm going to get in trouble. I know they don't think about it the way that we think about it, but the way that I think about it is I may have to be a little bit rough with him, but I'd rather be rough with him and get the point across. Here I'm backing him up. I'd rather be rough with him and get the point across than allow him to think that he can move my feet by kicking and biting and running and pushing through me. So here I've moved him to a deeper patch just to kind of make him pay attention instead of just running through. And I want you guys to notice the change. Here he's still fighting me, kind of running. You see how close he got there? I actually had to smack him on the butt to get his butt out. That's another thing he does. But when he starts to slow down and think and pay attention, I will allow a break, which wasn't very often in this 15-minute session with him. But going in the deep snow, you want them to be warmed up. Obviously, you can't control every single situation and make sure they're warmed up, but that's why every single time he sped up, I just changed his direction to get his attention back onto me. So he's running through here, just asked him to change. But the biggest change is here in a few minutes. I'm very happy and very proud of him for this big change. So here, you'll hear him snort, he'll lick and chew, and he'll shake. He's letting out a lot of stress that he's bottling up. So that's a big stress relief. And you can notice after that, he's not stopping there to be naughty. He's asking, can we stop? This is tiring. I'm saying, nope, let's continue. So he let out a bunch of stress right there, which I'm very happy about. And you can see the change automatically after he did that. Now, obviously, all horses are different, and some may still act up after that. But I'm happy that he at least slowed down some, paid a little bit more attention. And I still had to get after him here and there, but it wasn't as much. So this is something I'm going to be doing with him 3 times a week. Obviously, I'm not going to do it daily. But you can see the difference. Can you tell the difference in this video already from a few clips ago? So here I'm yielding his butt, trying to get him back on the track that he already made to make it easier for him. And I'm asking him to back up. And already he's going slower. He's thinking about where he's placing his feet. And he's being more consistent in his movement. And I'm super, super proud of him. Now, something else that happened. This pony doesn't really like me petting on him. If you guys have seen other videos of me loving on him, he doesn't really like it. He doesn't really care for me too much, which is fine. I don't care. But one thing I hate is when I take off the halter, he runs away from me. Well, here's what happened. He thought about leaving, but I kept that pull piece on his neck, and when he thought about leaving, I kind of just gained his attention back on me by pulling him and took it off. I expected him to leave. But no, he sat here for about 3 minutes like this, just letting me love on him. He did not leave me at all. Normally when I go to pet him, he spins his butt, kicks at me, and leaves. And his ears are back a little bit, but I believe that's because of the snow and the rain. Who knows? But I'm very, very happy that he just kind of stood there. And right here, he actually checked in with me all on his own.